This guy tried to flirt with a girl sitting alone in a cafe by politely asking if the seat at her table was taken. Without saying a word, the girl calmly poured a glass of water onto the chair and said, "It's wet," making it clear she didn't want company. Instead of leaving embarrassed, the guy surprised her by smiling and saying, "Sitting on a wet chair is kind of my thing," before sitting down anyway. Shocked by his confidence, she watched as he casually called the waiter, ordered coffee for both of them, and asked for her name like nothing had happened. When the waiter noticed the wet chair and asked what happened, the guy jokingly blamed himself, which made the girl burst into laughter. Before the coffee arrived, she told him to leave, but he boldly replied that even if not today, he still wanted to buy her coffee another time. Without responding, she wrote her phone number on a tissue napkin and handed it to him. He felt incredibly lucky, until he noticed her leaving the cafe in a wheelchair. His smile disappeared instantly. The girl turned back confidently and asked, "So, coffee tomorrow?" He forced a smile and said yes, promising to call, but the moment she was gone, he dropped the napkin on the floor, deciding he didn't want to be involved with someone disabled. Fate, however, had other plans. A few days later, he was hired as a personal driver by a wealthy businessman. When the father called his daughter to meet her new driver, the guy froze. It was the same girl from the cafe, and now she was his boss. Embarrassed, he tried to apologize by lying, saying he had wanted to call her but had lost her number. She didn't believe him, explaining she had seen this behavior from many men before. Over time, as he drove her daily to the hospital for treatment, their conversations grew warmer, and he began to see her strength and kindness. One day, he overheard her father discussing a marriage proposal with a man she clearly didn't like, but she quietly accepted, believing no one would truly want her. The driver was shocked but told himself it wasn't his place. As days passed, their bond deepened, but her wedding day was already fixed. She later went to a family dinner with a man she was supposed to marry, a man she didn't love. His rude and arrogant behavior embarrassed her even more. During dinner, she asked him to get ice cream. While he was gone, the driver arrived at the restaurant and calmly asked her the same question as before. "Is anyone sitting here?" Without thinking, she poured water on the chair again and said, "It's wet." He smiled and replied, "Sitting on a wet chair is kind of my thing," and sat down. She burst into laughter, just like the first time. In front of both families, he ordered coffee and jokingly asked for her phone number again. This time, she gave it to him, and he called it instantly. Her father watched with tears in his eyes, seeing his daughter truly happy for the first time, while the other family sat confused. She answered the call, smiling, and when he asked her to have coffee with him right now, she happily said yes. When the man returned with ice cream, everything had already changed. The father stood up and announced that the wedding was canceled. Without regret, they left the dinner together, choosing love over fear.